Danielle and Reese Carroll are picking up the pieces of shattered lives.
Nothing gets easier, does it? It just seems like as time goes on, it's gotten harder.
Danielle's sister, Kelly Wilkinson, was murdered by her estranged husband in 2021. Danielle and Reese have since been caring for Kelly's 3 children, in addition to 5 of their own.
It's been the biggest challenge, you know. There's so many more levels to it that we hadn't originally anticipated, you know. But we're just getting through it day to day.
The Gold Coast couple keep asking themselves what might have been. Why Kelly's repeated calls for police help didn't result in stronger action.
She wasn't listened to, she wasn't heard, and she definitely didn't feel validated.
Former US Marine Brian Earl Johnston murdered Kelly by repeatedly stabbing her, then setting her on fire at their Gold Coast home as 2 of their children watched on. Such extreme violence prompted an extraordinary outpouring of grief.
To lose yet another woman in this way is a stain on our society and on our city.
When this public vigil was held just days after the murder, family and supporters were already asking why Brian Earl Johnston, a man who had a domestic violence order out against him, was released on police bail after Kelly had alleged sexual assault.
She was just screaming, and there's someone standing next to her just giving no response, basically.
In 2021, police admitted the system had let Kelly down, but they denied her pleas were ignored.
That's not how it's recorded with us, but I want to be open to the examination revealing just exactly what did occur.
Last week, after a nearly 3-year wait, Kelly's family left the Supreme Court sentencing still not knowing all the facts. They were waiting on the police internal review, with Johnston only pleading guilty last month.
After 3 long years, Brian has finally been sentenced to life in prison with 20 years parole time. Our family's journey does not stop here today. It will never end, which makes me question who really gets the life sentence.
Outside of court, Danielle, you made a very powerful statement, and you asked who really is getting the life sentence. What did you mean by that?
I feel like the kids are.
Yeah.
The kids are. You know, not only have they experienced a house full of domestic violence for their lives, but now they'll carry on what he's chosen to do. They now have to live with that for the rest of their lives.
Now, police admitted the system let Kelly down and they promised a full review. Have you heard anything from police since then?
No.
Nothing?
No, not in regards to that at all.
Well, you know the internal review has been completed, but it hasn't been released. What are your thoughts on that?
I think they definitely owe the community a response. This isn't just about Kelly's story. It is a wider community issue, and I think, that they owe it to the community to show that they're taking the right steps to make it safer for women.
And it's not about headhunting anyone, it's about creating systems and processes to ensure that the chance of this happening to another person is minimised as much as possible.
Queensland Police declined to be interviewed and declined to offer a reason for not releasing its internal review, but the service did provide a written statement.
The Queensland Police Service has conducted a number of targeted inquiries resulting in disciplinary action taken against an officer in relation to breaches of QPS policy. There were also a number of policies and procedures reviewed and implemented relating to bail checks.
Domestic violence support groups have joined Kelly Wilkinson's family in questioning why police are not releasing the report.
I think it's a missed opportunity. It's an opportunity where trust could have been rebuilt, and for whatever reason, that hasn't been taken.
Back on the Gold Coast, Danielle and Reese are preparing to launch the Kelly Wilkinson Foundation, offering support to families afflicted by domestic violence.
Through lived experience, we very quickly found that there's a very big grey area for secondary victims, so the families left behind after homicide, specifically children. What an opportunity to stand up and say, we'll help you, we'll walk beside you, and we'll help you long term.
3 years ago, Danielle and Reese needed that help in relation to Kelly's 3 children. After the premeditated murder of Kelly and lying in hospital recovering from the cuts and bruises of his frenzied attack, Brian Earl Johnston still wanted to argue about his children's future.
We're actually lucky in the sense that he was in a coma for a few days. As soon as he woke up, he actually said to police, I want the children to go live with my family in America. It was a very busy, crazy time.
Well, hopefully it's not so crazy now. You're now a family of 10. What's the new normality looking like?
What's normal? Define normal. Yeah. Look, it's... I love it. We wanted a big family. We had 5 kids already.
You weren't planning on
We weren't planning on 8, no. But it's beautiful to see them together. I think Kelly would love that they're with my children as well. All we can do is really show them love and show them a normal relationship, how parents should love each other and how we should love our children. And I really hope that just radiates through them as the years go on.
And if any of our coverage tonight has raised issues for you, you can call Lifeline on 13 11 14 or the National Sexual Assault and Family Violence Counselling Helpline 1800-RESPECT on 1800 737 732.